And what am I doing? I'm practicing my diaphragmatic breathing, lateral expansion, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Shoulder blades are not shrugging up. Upper chest is not lifting up. I'm feeling inflation all the way, not only in the front and the sides, but even into my back, because my posture is good and I'm not up here. So if that is a tricky thing for you to do, we've got usually 2 ways that are best to practice when you're in a horizontal position. Oh, and first thing is check in a mirror. It's so easy to see if you're doing this, right? And then, maybe even just having something a millimeter above is a really nice way to do it. So the 2 positions that work best for practicing diaphragmatic breathing, because we all need to practice it, unless we've got it 100% nailed, and there are so many reasons why I'm not even going to get into that right now. But down is called crocodile breathing. So with this, I have tweaked it I like something firm that gives you support from your collarbones to your hips. That lets you keep a neutral neck. And for this, we can either just use fists or maybe a yoga block, something like that. Often after a minute and a half, I find that I don't need that support as my neck lengthens and relaxes, and then I get down to the ground. You might consider putting something like a yoga block on your back, or have someone put their hand there. That will help you aim sort of in that mid-back area to make sure you're expanding there. So that's one option. And another option that also is easy, and it can be just a little more convenient to put together, is the 90-90 style. So for this, we're on the back. Calves are elevated. If you need any head support, put a little rolled up towel or something like that. Again, it kind of gives you a good place to settle into your breathing and expand. Usually it's pretty good for not shrugging. Occasionally you will have to remind yourself to keep your shoulder blades towards your hips and your body. And either of those styles, or once we're back to standing up, we're looking for a nice slow 4 count inhale. Typically is a great way to go with it. Even more of an exhale. Exhale can be 6, 7, 8 counts ideally. So usually you think you've got all the breath out of your belly. You don't. There's often up to maybe a liter of air left in there still. So full exhale, and then just letting the breath come back in for you gently, and not gasping, because that takes us right back into our stressy system, right? The sympathetic portion of the autonomic nervous system, and we want to keep it all super relaxy, parasympathetic. That's much of the point of all of this. If we want to take it on later and incorporate this into strength training, we do need to know how to do it on a relaxed level first. The strength training bit, hit me up or check other videos for that. But this is something that just improves your life. You just have to practice. It can be tricky to get it. It takes some people months of practice, because how many breaths have we breathed in our lifetime, right? So it can be kind of weird for some people. Visuals that have helped some people are a long straw running down and a balloon at the bottom. It's all down here, not up here. Another thing to keep in mind with the breathing, last thing, inhaling through the nose, pretty much always. There's almost no time when mouth breathing is advantageous, and it messes up your tolerance to CO2. Your gases are getting a little bit weird in your blood. Again, tons of reason to do that. Not even going to get into it, but in through the nose. And one good cue finally is, if you're inhaling through your nose, as if you had a straw, I know it's in your mouth, not nose, and you're sipping a bubble tea and the bubble gets stuck, and that can sometimes get you down low into the lungs. So TLDR, sideways, not up, for your breathing. Low and slow. Inhale is about 4 counts. Exhale even longer. No gasping. All right, good luck.